Welcome back to River Road Farm and another episode of It's All About the Beef. Today we are going to take some of these small little fillets that we have and we're going to put them on a hook. Maybe that's not good. Should I start over?
You're going to put them on a hook.
Put them on a hook. Okay.
Take two.
Today we're going to take some fillets and we're actually going to smoke them and we're going to slice them up. They're not going to get cooked all the way, so it's smoked filet carpaccio. It's just plain old beef and we're going to make it amazing with a few items over here.
So these are the little throwaway fillets, if you will. Now who's going to throw away a good piece of meat looking like that? But you know, these are the little remnants of the fillet, of the tenderloin that are cut into fillets. And honestly, they're so small, they're packaged individually, and they're so small, there's not a big market for it. So we're like, well, what can we do with them? Well, we figured out, let's make our own carpaccio and we'll smoke it over the fire pit. So that's what we're gonna do. This cowboy grill setup that Claire got me years ago is perfect for that. And I always want to do something with these hooks, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So these little fillets have been marinated to some degree with just a little bit of olive oil. You throw some salt on there?
Nope.
No,
I figured you were doing that
but
at the
we're going
end.
to salt them later. So we're just going to throw them over the grill like that. It's that simple. And it's going to take a little bit of time, but what we're going to do, thank you, what we're going to do is let them kind of warm through, get that smokiness going, and then when you pull it off, carpaccio, for those that don't know, it's raw beef. This isn't raw because we are heating it to some degree, but we're going to slice it extra thin as we can, and then you finish it off with a squeeze of a little bit of fresh olive oil, squeeze of lemon, freshly shaved Parmesan cheese, and for some people love capers on it as well. And that's exactly how we're going to do it. That's the way we like it. Now some of these hooks are of different lengths, so what you can do is you can, let's see, that one is, okay. What you can do is just add a little more wood if you feel the need to under those shorter hooks. So let's arrange these in a little bit better. There we go. And we're just going to kind of sit around and talk and enjoy the fire pit while those meat start cooking through.
For how long?
I don't know. We're going to check it out. Again, you don't want to cook them all the way through. You want to get them warmed. You want to get that smokiness. You can see the smoke rising up here. I'm going to push some of these logs over here. This is my reserve pile over here because you want to still keep that fire hot.
But the smoke is probably the most important.
Yes, it is.
And this is one of my favorite things in the fall that we do. It's a great starter, an hors d'oeuvre with some wine. It's great with beer too. But what wine would you serve with this, David?
Well, I'm always a big fan of the cabs with any beef, but a great cab, a good Syrah.
Something you can stand up to the smokiness.
Yeah. Now it might be a little bit too much fire. We're going to try to contain that so it doesn't flare up. But you can start to see the meat starting to drip because that fat is starting to render. The heat is getting to it. And this is going to be outrageous. Love this. All right, so what we got on the right here, these are ready to be pulled off. The outside has just gotten this nice little brownness to it. Trust me, it's going to be beautifully pink inside. This guy, because he's the shortest, he's the run of the litter, this hook, it's going to take a little bit more time, so I kind of put a little bit more flame underneath him. And to be honest with you, he might wind up being the smokiest. So we're going to let that one go. We're going to pull these off and start doing what we do with them to make some River Road Farm Carpaccio. Where's my glove? Yeah, you don't want to grab the hooks without the glove.
I'm sure it's warm.
There we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
Use your-
One. So we've just pulled these guys off the grill, and you can see it's got a nice brownness to it, so the heat has affected the meat. It's warm to the touch. And then when we cut inside of it, you're going to see that it's still got that beautiful, you can see how the smoke around the perimeter got to the meat, but still the inside is this delicious looking pink. And so this is all we're going to do. We're just going to slice it thin. Little pieces like that. We're going to arrange it on the board, put some fixings on it, so it's almost like a shave. Yeah, I got to give these knives a little better sharpening.
A lot of people are nervous about eating raw eggs, raw meat. I feel really confident with the butcher that I take our animals to. It's a very small place, and I trust that it's safe for me to eat this meat. We've never had any issues with our eggs or with our beef. So if anyone's worried about it, I understand why you might be worried if you're used to eating conventional meat, but when you have River Road Farm beef, you're safe. It's gonna be good and you're gonna be fine.
All right, so we're gonna never skimp on olive oil. This is made in Napa. Accendo Cellars makes wonderful wines, Cabernets, good friends of ours, and they make this terrific olive oil as well. So you just give a little drizzle on the meat. And we're gonna salt it, excuse me. And this Himalayan pink salt is really, really good.
It's good for you too.
But you know, you want to use a coarse salt. It's just far more flavorful, especially when that's what you're looking for here, is flavor. And we're going to just use a conventional peeler to get some shavings of fresh, delicious Parmesan from one of our local high-end stores. Don't want to overdo it. Don't want the beef to speak out for itself. A little squirt of lemon. And you can pick out the seeds later. Sprinkle of capers. And I'll tell you, you're ready to go in there. This is finger food, so when you're with your friends, get in there and enjoy, because I'm going to start right now. Oh, stupendous. It's a great way to start the afternoon, a nice fall afternoon at the fire. Mm-hmm. You know, this is course one of many out here. Whether you're having more beef, whether you want to throw a fish on, some oysters, whatever it is. Again, the fall is a great time to be outside around the fire pit with your friends. Great food. It doesn't get better than that. Smash that like button if you want more beef. At River Road Farm, we're not afraid to try anything. And so again, this was something that we just dreamed up. I'm sure we weren't the only ones, but it hits the spot. And if you have any recipes you'd like us to try, please share them with us. But we love sharing these things with you, and we are anxious to continue to share great recipes, fireside or in Claire's kitchen. And so please keep coming back.